What is now important would be the period between now and the advent of the Imam. What will be the relationship between Sunni Islam and Shia Islam? That is the important point now. And there are two roads. There are two roads open before us. The first one is that in which Allah speaks in Surah Al-Baqarah, وَإِن لَمْ تَفْعَلُوا تَكُنْ فِتْنَةٌ فِي الْأَرْضِ الْكَافِرُونَ بَعْضُهُمْ أَوْلِيَاءُ بَعْضٍ. The kuffar are friends and allies of each other. Well, this is Surah Al-Anfal. The kuffar, the disbelievers, are friends and allies of each other. إِن لَمْ تَفْعَلُوهُ, if you do not also establish friendship and alliance, تَكُنْ فِتْنَةٌ فِي الْأَرْضِ وَفَسَادٌ كَبِيرٌ. There will be great fitna and fasad in the world. Chaos, anarchy, corruption, destruction. Of course, alliance will be formed with this ummah and people who are outside of this ummah. But the first place to establish the alliance is within the house of Islam. And we recognize the Shia to be Muslims. But we differ with them on this theory of the Imamate. And so the first road which is open to us between now and the Great War is to establish friendship and alliance between the Sunni world and the Shia world, so that we can face a common enemy. That also will ensure the survival of Pakistan. The other road is that in which you do the very best that you can possibly do to try to provoke Sunni-Shia civil war. And if that were to ever occur, the major beneficiary would be the State of Israel. No one will differ with me on that. And so those who are beating the drums of war with Shia Islam are people who are playing into the hands of Dajjal. And what is the role of Saudi Arabia in this? It is very plain and clear. The war which has been going on in Yemen, innocent Yemen, was meant to provoke Sunni-Shia civil war. That's the excuse for the war in Yemen. And the threats of attacking Iran are meant to try to provoke Sunni-Shia civil war. This is the immediate threat. And of course you're all aware of that. What I need to remind you of, however, is that the Saudis have an agenda. They want Sunni-Shia war, so that as soon as that Sunni-Shia war were to begin in the house of Islam, they would then assume leadership of the Sunni world. And all Sunnis will have to close your ranks now behind the leadership of Saudi Arabia. But there is a competitor for leadership of the Sunni world. And who is it? Answer? Turkey, yes, Turkey. And historically now, we have to look at the Ottoman Empire. That all through the history of the Ottoman Empire, without any cease at all, they constantly wage war on the Shia world in Iran. Sunni-Shia warfare continued all through the years. The Ottomans were established for two purposes. Number one was to wage war on Shia Islam, and number two was to wage war on the Orthodox Christian world. And now, after the Ottomans had succeeded in hundreds of years of warfare, in planting the seeds of Sunni-Shia hatred and animosity for each other, and after the Ottomans had succeeded, after centuries of bogus warfare, in planting the seeds of hatred and enmity and hostility between Orthodox Christians and Muslims, now as we are approaching the Third World War, what I see, and perhaps you may share my view, is that the present leadership of Turkey has a dream of bringing back Ottoman Islam. Their dream is to expand the state of Syria, of Turkey, to recover part of the territory which was lost when the Ottoman state collapsed. Their dream is to restore to Turkey leadership of the Sunni world of Islam. And it was in pursuit of that dream of wresting leadership that Turkey participated in that malicious, scornful, sinful, shameful effort to overthrow the government of Libya and to replace it with a NATO regime. NATO now controls Libya, thanks to Turkey. The same man who now leads Turkey is the same man who landed in Tripoli to celebrate victory. Let me remind you of that. Days after Gaddafi was murdered, the British Prime Minister and the French President landed in Tripoli to celebrate. They were the first to come. And who came after them? Who came after them? Answer: the same man who is now the President of Turkey. He landed in Tripoli to celebrate because Turkey was up to its neck in that shameful effort of regime change in Libya. And so this is my perception. And when I give my view, of course, you should not accept my view unless you are convinced that it is correct. I expect my audiences to do their homework, to think, and not to accept everything I say uncritically, no. Turkey has the ambition to revive the Ottoman state and therefore to wrest leadership of the Sunni world of Islam. And therefore my first point that I'm going to make tonight in this talk is that I therefore anticipate that this Turkey, which now is showing friendly relations with Iran, is eventually destined to provoke war with Iran in order to continue what the Ottomans had done in Sunni-Shia civil war.